Patrick Cranston of Cranston IT with your Bionic Business Vlog. It's my passion to help you use technology to make your business faster, stronger, better. Previously, I was talking about SSL encryption, which encrypts data being transferred between computers on a network. Today, I'm talking about another type of encryption, which is also critically important for businesses to understand, and that's called encryption at rest. Encryption at rest is the process of encrypting data when it's stored on a computer. Encryption at rest can refer to encrypting of individual files or folders on a computer, or to encrypting the whole disk. When encryption at rest is enabled, a password is needed to access the files or disks that are encrypted. If the user doesn't have the password, there's no way to access the data. There are different levels of encryption, but today 256-bit encryption is considered the standard. Now, encryption is a better solution than just putting a password on a file or a computer. Apps like Word or Excel have the option to password protect a file, but if a user has access to the file itself, there is software that can break that password and access the file in just a few seconds. If the file is encrypted, there is no way a hacker can access the data without knowing the password. Full disk encryption is when the entire hard drive of a computer is encrypted. Similarly to how password protecting a file works, just protecting your computer with a password is not enough security. If a hacker can gain physical access to your computer, they can reset the password or bypass the user account and access the hard drive directly in just a matter of a few minutes, regardless of whether it's a Mac or Windows computer. In an office environment where you can physically secure your computers, this may not be as big of a risk. But with laptops and mobile devices, it's a much bigger risk because they can be easily lost or stolen. For laptops, Apple has the ability to enable full disk encryption using a feature they call File Vault that's included with Mac OS. Microsoft includes full disk encryption called BitLocker with some of their higher-end versions of Windows 10. You can also purchase third-party encryption software to use with Windows. For mobile devices, full disk encryption is built into iOS and is on by default and cannot be disabled. For Android, encryption is a lot more complicated. Google's early attempts at encryption were not very good and not widely used. With Android 7 or later, they have a new encryption method in place, but it's not always enabled by default, and the implementation of it varies based on the manufacturer of the phone and the model. Now, encryption on the device is only as good as the password that's used to unlock the encryption, so it's important to have a strong password. On many devices, you can now use your face or fingerprint to unlock the device, so you don't have to enter your password every time. This allows you to have a more complex, stronger password since you're only having to enter it occasionally. It's also very important that you don't forget your password. The blessing and curse of encryption is that if you don't have a password, there's no way to get your data. And that applies to both hackers and to users who have forgotten their passwords. If you are using laptops or mobile devices, it's best to have a device that has encryption at rest enabled and to have your device protected with a strong password. Apple's products on both iOS and Mac OS provide the best user experience for enabling encryption, but you can also use encryption with Windows and Android devices. Businesses should reach out to their IT support providers to review their data encryption policies and to get help with best practices for implementing data encryption. If you found my information helpful, please like and share this post. If you have a question that's business IT related that you would like to see answered, please post a comment or send an email to ask@cranstonit.com, and I'll try to answer it in a future video.